saying, hey bud, let's party. No shirt, no shoes, no dives.
Right. Learn it. Know it. Live it.
This guy's been stoned since the 3rd grade.
That was my skull. I'm so wasted. This is U.S. history. See the globe right there.
Really?
Hey, you in my class? I am today. Oh, those guys are bags.
You think water's fast? You should see ice. It moves like it has a mind. Like it knows it killed the world once. It got a taste for murder. When the avalanche came, it took us a week to climb out. And somewhere, we lost hope. Now, I don't know exactly when we turned on each other. I just know that 7 of us survived the slide, and only 5 made it out. Now, we took an oath that I'm breaking now. Swore that we said was the snow that killed the other 2. But it wasn't. Nature can be lethal, but it doesn't hold a candle to man. Now, you've seen how bad things can get and how quick they can get that way. Well, they can get a whole lot worse. So we're not going to fight anymore. We're going to pull together and we're going to find a way to get out of here. First, we're going to seal off this
Wait. I can tell you something very important about the man who sent you here.
How about that?
We are live. What's going on?
Other day.
How's the sound?
Sounds good.
Happy New Year, guys. I don't know
yeah.
if I've said that to you guys already, but definitely wanted to say that first. How you guys doing?
Did you just get back? Just get back in town?
No, I honestly didn't even leave. This is the first winter break. I didn't do anything.
You're getting old.
I think on my last stream I mentioned it, but like the last couple of Christmases I've gone to Vegas or to Arizona or somewhere, it's always turned into a fiasco. Some airline shuts down, usually it's Southwest, and it just causes a nightmare. Yeah. So I didn't want to deal with that. It looks like most of the airlines were fine this year, but I just didn't want to risk it this year. So I just kind of sat at home. It was pretty boring, actually. So what about you guys?
Well, we're elderly, so
yeah.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. Good Christmas, all that good stuff. You guys had a white Christmas, I'm sure.
No, not really.
No.
Not this year. No white Christmas, but
would you say it's warmer than normal for your normal winter, whatever that may be?
No, it doesn't get cold here till late January, and then all February it'll be hell. It'll be horrible all February.
It's a little warmer here than it normally is.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have you guys seen snow yet? I guess I should ask.
No. We usually, at least in my part of the country, we don't get snow until, like I said, February usually.
Yeah.
We get
that cold.
We usually get snow or some type of snow flurries or something in like mid to late December, but we haven't gotten anything yet.
Yeah, I think you're higher up than I am too, where you're at.
Yeah. Our elevation here is like 2,000 feet.
Yeah. This is
so
like
surprisingly, I'm at like 1,800 feet, if you can believe that. But yeah, I don't see snow here. It rained today, so everyone.
It snowed last year, didn't it? Didn't it snow last year where you're at?
No.
Here,
California.
It snowed here last year.
Yeah, so where I'm at, I don't think it's ever snowed. I am looking at like the tallest mountain in San Diego County, which is Palomar Mountain. It's about 6,000 feet. They get snow maybe twice a year.
Yeah.
So I can see it from my living room, but I don't have to deal with it, I guess.
What I'm thinking about must have been Northern California. They had that big blizzard, Utah, and all that shit. They got fucked up. 11 feet of snow or something.
Yeah, I know some of like our big snowboard mountains up in LA, Big Bear. They usually all year round it's just fake snow, but I know last year they actually got buried with snow for the first time ever. So, but yeah, not here. But anyway, so thank you guys for joining. This is gonna be, I always say that, but hopefully a quick stream. Just doing the giveaway for the Sidekicks. Did a contest for it, I think early December. All you had to do was comment on the video, get you entered. I've been wanting to give that away for a while. If I'm not mistaken, Sidekicks was announced during subscriber week for VS last year. And it was literally the only title. Actually, I lied. I picked up 2 titles from them last year. First being Sidekicks, and then I picked up the Amityville Horror, I think on a sale a couple months later. But
no Roadhouse?
I picked that up, but I thought that was the prior year.
That was 2022.
Before subscriber week, right? I feel like that was like October or something of September. Black Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a day one for me. I think so. Yeah.
I
got
Roadhouse. Yeah.
So I was expecting, I don't know why, but I was expecting some sort of title like that for this year. Maybe that's still coming, but I don't see it.
What was last year's? You know, like you said, what was
Sidekicks.
it? Was Sidekicks subscriber week or was it Black Friday? Because I'm not sure if it wasn't Black Friday.
Well, it may have been announced Black Friday, but
Yeah.
it came out like January 1st of the new year. So I guess I just call it that. So maybe you're right.
Either way, you know, even still, like, you know, if they could just do one title a year, like a Roadhouse, it would really keep the buzz going for the brand, you know, and it would still do all the other stuff, and it would probably help pay for all the other stuff too, help pay for all those restorations, because what they're doing is
Showgirls was the one that was the big one from
that was supposed to be the big one.
Yeah,
Showgirls, which is just a piece of trash. But the thing is, like, what they're doing is great. I love what they're doing. They're saving these old movies because the film rots over time, and it rots, and they bring them back to life, and that's a great thing. But that's only the movies that they're restoring are lost for a reason, because there's very little interest in them. But for the few people that, you know, what they are is like that VHS title that people rented 10 times and they remember it. You know, it's a lot of those type of titles, and that's great. But, you know, the idea that everybody's going to want every one of those titles is a little far-fetched for me. I think, like, they put this out this year. Alan sent me this for Christmas. Nice guy.
Oh, nice.
They put this out. He's a prick. Don't let him fool you. Didn't tell me that it was a gift. But anyway, he sent me this. When this was announced, to me, it sounded like they were describing The Fly on 4K with Jeff Goldblum. Everybody would have loved that. That would have been the biggest release of the year. Imagine the artwork they would have done. But instead, it's Existence, which is a lower end Cronenberg movie. So, this is the kind of thing that they keep doing. They keep over promising and under delivering. And that's getting annoying. Not just me. I've heard a lot of people, me and Reed were talking about it. It's just like, guys, either, can we have some sort of formula at least? We get one mainstream awesome title, 35 shitty movies nobody's heard of, 2 okay movies. Can we get some kind of rhythm at least, instead of one great release, 2 years goes by, nothing? Like I'd like a little more consistency.
It would have been good, I think, if they would have done Conan instead of Arrow.
Conan 4K with Vinegar Syndrome would have been nuts. People would have lost their mind, and it would have been great. The artwork would have been crazy, and like I said, they obviously make a lot of money. They know what they're doing. They're making a lot of money, but I'd just like to see a little bit more consistency for me this year. Hopefully, they do a little bit better. But at the same time, again, I want to mention, like I said, the film rots. So the order of releases that they have, it's based on how fast the film is rotting. So if it's about to go bad quicker than something else, well, the one that's about to go bad is the one they do. So that they have a little less control in it, but still throw us a damn bone every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's about the film. I mean, I know this is music, but Wolfgang Van Halen has been talking about all the master tracks and stuff that his father has, of stuff that they've written and recorded and sung and stuff for Van Halen, that is just sitting in cases or whatever, and that they actually have to put it in ovens to heat it up to get it to come back to life.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a very expensive process. That's another thing about this. They do their own scans. So you're talking, it's a very, very, Don May says $100,000 minimum for a 4K scan. So they got to sell a lot of units. They can't spend a lot of money on movies. I get that, but they've had really good years last few years financially. Throw us in, but once a year you can get us a normie title on 4K.
Yeah. Well, to your point, I know Existence was, that one they, everyone thought was The Fly. I think it was Born to Be Rad, but I don't know if you've looked at the numbers, but like they're almost sold out of that. And there was like 10 or 12,000 copies of it. How much was that release?
I don't
40,
know,
50?
40 bucks, something like that.
Jeez.
So I
Yeah.
think it's 5,000 slips. I think it's 5,000 slips and
Is
then
that what it
another
is?
5,000 standard editions. And the slips are almost gone. I know that. But even still, 5,000 at 40 a piece, that's a lot of money. And Thriller Cool Pictures sold out in 2 days. And that was 5,000 copies. How much could they have spent on a Thriller or Cool Picture? Some obscure 70s Swedish movie.
But
60s,
what,
whatever it was.
how do they decide which movies are getting how many copies? Because it doesn't seem proportionate.
Well, it seems
to
like
the
everything
release.
gets about, like, unless it's a partner label, it seems like everything gets about 5,000 copies, 5,000 slips.
Flips.
But it doesn't
But
always say
10,000
that.
overall.
Yeah, it doesn't always say that either. Sometimes it doesn't say that. Like, it'll just start telling you the exact number when it's under 1,000.
Well,
So,
my
who
other
knows?
question is, why don't, I mean, if they've already paid for the transfer and they've already released it, why aren't they reprinting stuff that's sold out, like Rad or, you know, some of these other releases,
Well,
if it's not going
Rad,
to cost them that
I'm not
much?
sure. I'm not sure Rad's not available, but it's not, the slip isn't available. I know that. It's
No.
long gone.
Yeah, but I
So,
don't think you can buy the standard either. I mean,
yeah,
I've
it may not
looked.
be. Yeah.
That's,
I don't know.
it's just, I would buy the standard just to have it on 4K, but it's, I mean, you got to pay $150 on eBay. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But they have done that before. They have done that. They've done re-releases. Is Rad a 4K or Blu-ray?
it's a 4K. I think it was one of their first. Maybe
Okay.
I'm wrong, but it's been out of print for a long, long time.
Kind of, maybe
But that's
somebody else
one I
is doing
want.
it too. Somebody else is maybe doing it too.
Maybe, yeah. I'll go through the chat real quick, see who we got in here. Joseph, the Michael Myers guy. What up? I'm here. Make sure to like the button with the hammer. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here. We got Corey. Hey there, Reed.
Corey.
Go on, Corey. Saying, hey. I don't know what to say, but there's going to be a horror movie about Mickey Mouse Trap.
Two.
Yeah, I saw that too. There's going to be 2 of them?
There's 2 Mickey Mouse horror movies coming out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw that they, what was it, the first of the year? It's not copyrighted or whatever by Disney, so now it can be used kind of like Winnie the Pooh was last year.
And the Grinch, I guess. I don't know exactly how it works, but
interesting. But it's like a certain rendition of Mickey Mouse. It's like Steamboat Willie's Mickey Mouse, and not. Yeah, I'm not sure. I need to look more into that, but it was very interesting. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, it's better than that Winnie the Pooh horror movie, though. I know a lot of people liked it for how ridiculous it was. So he's laughing. What's up, Jeff? Saying hey to everyone. Nice to see you here. Saying hey. Saying what's up to Brad and Caveman.
Yes.
I'm excited to see Night Swim. I will defer to Brad for that because I have no idea what Night Swim is.
I heard, I think I saw it on the upcoming stuff for this year. The upcoming movie this year.
Like next week or something, I think.
Yeah.
Is that a new movie? Oh, it's a new movie. It's a new horror movie.
It's a new movie.
Brand new.
Okay. Before I go any further, I gotta ask Brad, did you ever get your Synapse movies in from?
You mean Severin?
Severin, yeah. Sorry, I always get
I didn't. You mean from Black Friday? The Black Friday tours that I placed 2 months ago? Yeah, still haven't got them. They got my money.
Okay.
They got my money, and apparently I can kiss their ass.
All right. Well, I don't feel so bad because I was then gonna ask you. I'm still waiting for my high tension second sight, but still no.
That got pushed back.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it got pushed back till I think late January, maybe even February. Second Sight announced that they pushed it back. They pushed it back twice.
Well,
so that's why.
I hope that's to correct issues, and they didn't.
Yeah, they won't send something out. That's probably what it was. They found something and they needed to fix it, and they won't send something out fucked up like some other companies I can mention.
I was an idiot and ordered from Diabolic again, and I would assume if something got pushed back, they would have sent me something saying, "Hey, it's got pushed back." Like, no.
Yeah. Jesse has the same mentality as Severin. We got your money, and you can kiss our ass.
Yes, we'll send it to you when we get it.
When we feel like sending it to you.
Well, that's Severin. It sounds like. because I remember
Diabolic's getting really bad about that. All I keep hearing, like I hear from people that are in New Jersey, New York, and that's right near Jesse, and the shit is still taking forever to get there because he's not sending the shit. He's, he gets overwhelmed, he takes breaks, whatever the fuck he's doing up there, and he's just. I'd rather order from somebody with a staff, somebody who can keep people, than Jesse.
So yeah, you're recommending Orbit over Diabolic any day.
I would recommend Orbit over Diabolic, Grindhouse, just about any boutique company.
Okay. They're always like $1 more or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's $1 more, but it's going to ship tomorrow. It's going to ship tomorrow. It's going to be packed well. It's worth it.
But what Steve was on that stream, and he had already, was it Steve or maybe it was someone in the chat who had said that he got a notification that his Severin title's already shipped. So I don't understand.
Somebody said that.
Their mentality. Like,
yeah, but just because you get a notification that something ships, this. The label may have been printed.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything. And Severin, I'm telling you, I've ordered from Severin every Black Friday the last few years. I don't know how many, 4 years. And every time the shit has just shown up out of the blue. No tracking, no nothing. So they will send you tracking sometimes, but sometimes you won't either. So it's conversely, maybe it was 2 Black Fridays ago, Johnny Walker, Johnny's Boutique Podcast.
Yeah.
He ordered $1,500 worth of shit. It showed up 2 days later. So
maybe the magic price point.
The price point, yeah.
But I mean, you're like a loyal, Severin guy. You probably spent $1,500 over, the lifetime of you collecting from them.
Thousands of dollars. They don't care.
Man.
They don't care.
Yeah, so got Jeff saying, wasn't even cold for Christmas or New Year's for me. Used to be. Yeah.
Or maybe you were just a little kid back then. And it was a lot colder in your mind.
Hey, if it's any consolation, it's colder here. Once it drops below 60 degrees, got the sweaters on and don't go outside.
It's in the 30s here until about late January, and then it gets into the 20s and teens, and maybe it'll get down to 5 in February. That's about it.
Yeah. Not a fan of cold weather. I love warm weather. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Right there with you. That's where I live. Shelter. Sidekicks. Yeah, Jeff. So I don't know if you saw back late November, early December, did a giveaway for the VSU Sidekicks. All you had to do was comment on it, and you were entered in to pick it up. I picked up 2 copies of this early on last year, thinking I was going to give it to a friend who really loves Sidekicks, and they actually pre-ordered it themselves. So I knew I was going to give it away at some point to someone, depending on what it was. And it just turned out 1K subscribers came randomly, and I was like, you know what? I need to get this off my shelf. Just collecting dust. I know someone will like it, and mostly everyone who participated, the very few of you that did, I mean, they're all collectors, they're all content creators, all people I pretty much know. So I feel pretty confident whoever gets it will enjoy it more than my shelf is enjoying it. I do already have a copy, and I love it. It's a fabulous release from VSU. For me, it's very nostalgic. I can't say the movie is great by any means, but for me, I grew up with it, so I love it. But yeah, watching it on a rerun last year, I was like, yeah, it looks great, but man, this movie sucks so much more than I remember.
Big Time Rental, like, you remember like the Three Ninjas? There was a whole span of those movies that were very popular. So yeah, that's a good release for them. I mean, it really is a good release for them, but it's like,
I know Indicator or someone just did a Three Ninjas, but like if VS did like Three Ninjas, like a trilogy or something on 4K with Surf Ninjas, anything like that, I mean, I'd be all about it. But
yeah, it would sell. And it's like I said, maybe they just want to spread it out. They know they've got years in advance. I mean, I don't know how the company works. All I know is I've met those guys, and they do not seem like the business acumen seems pretty low. Pretty low. It's more like hanging out, broing out. Chemicals are flowing. They're tattooing each other. They're painting. They're painting nails. I mean, it's just a different vibe.
Kraken IPAs.
They live in a shithole. That's a shithole, that town that they live in too. So
Where?
Bridgeport, Connecticut, where
Oh,
the headquarters is.
oh, nah. I always think of Bridgeport. Whenever someone says Bridgeport, Connecticut, I always think of this Family Guy line that they did, and Peter. They always, I don't know if you know Family Guy. They always do references to stuff.
Yeah.
And Peter's like Bridgeport, Connecticut is known for like broken glass and abandoned warehouses or something. I was like,
Their building looks like the set from like the end of RoboCop. That's what their building looks like. It looks like just industrial vats and shit in there. It just looks weird. Just a dilapidated shithole.
I can't say crap. I've never been there. I know Connecticut is known for their pizza, though. I know they love talking about that, so I'm sure
They bring it up. They'll bring it up all the time, and then you try it and you go, "It's good."
Yeah,
and then they would punch you in the face. Like, what do you mean it's good?
Yeah, I think that's more New Haven, Connecticut, not Bridgeport. But
Bridgeport is one or two X's down from New Haven.
Well, I was like, how big is Connecticut? Like,
it's a pretty big state. It's east to west. It's pretty big.
Okay.
But it's not huge either. But it's, like I said, I've had New Haven pizza. It's not that better. It's not that much better than any other pizza.
Connecticut is about as big as Indiana, but rotated.
Yeah, turn it the other way.
Okay. Miss Caveman's here saying hey to everyone. Hello, Miss Caveman. Thanks for joining. Saying wow. One saying hey, Miss Caveman. See what Jeff's saying. I've been dabbling a little with VS since Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Missed some good ones since.
TCM 2 is a great release from them. A little more of that.
People.
A little more of that. A little less of these Z movies nobody's ever heard of. And what's the worst thing about Vinegar Syndrome is their fans who, as soon as something gets announced that's terrible that nobody's ever heard of, never seen, first time to Blu-ray, they just go, "Oh my God, it's a wonderful film. I've been screaming for this to come out for 10 years." And it's really like Alien Rape Babies. That you've been looking for that for 10 years.
I'm really wondering about the Daryl movie. I mean, I've never seen it, but
I've heard it's very 80s nostalgia. I've never seen it. It wasn't a big thing when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It's a kid's movie about, whatever. So it sounds like something you might like. You guys heard about the new Alien? Is that going to be a show on Hulu or is it a movie on Hulu? Has anybody heard anything about that?
I haven't.
I feel like I've heard something about it. Someone's mentioned it here or there, but I don't know any details on it. But I'm interested either way.
Fede Alvarez is directing it. I believe it's Fede Alvarez directing it, whatever it is.
Is it more prequels like Prometheus?
I think it's a sequel I think it's a sequel to Covenant. It's called Romulus. Alien Romulus.
I mean, I'm definitely check it out. I mean, I love the Alien franchise.
But it's straight to Hulu. It's not getting a theatrical release.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fox owns the Alien franchise, so Disney now owned by Fox.
Yeah, I mean, but didn't Prey go straight to Hulu too to start? And
maybe it did. Yeah, maybe we'll still get a release. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So
I know with True Lies and other stuff that Cameron's done that's coming, that people are really wanting Aliens 2 to come to 4K.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. Yep. It would be nice to get like a whole box set. Like if Arrow or someone just did a whole box set of all the Alien movies, all of them. Like or Vinegar Syndrome. I mean, just anyone, but just a whole 4K box set with everything. But they're gonna, it's gonna be just 2 or 3.
They're gonna straggle it out.
What's funny is it's like the reverse is true now. Like you remember Arrow did the Psycho box set, right? Or the Hellraiser box set's a better example. They did the Hellraiser box set. Now Hellraiser 1's getting its own 4K from Arrow, which is what a lot of people wanted in the first place, was just Hellraiser 1 on 4K. So maybe it'd be that, like Alien set, and then they'd break them up, so they could sell more copies of 1 and 2.
Do you think Arrow's going to do individual releases for all of them, or just the first Hellraiser?
I don't know, but I assume just the first.
I thought what they were doing was doing like a stripped down box set.
No, it's just part 1. It's just part 1 on 4K. similar
I'm
style.
interested in that.
It's a similar style, but it's just part 1 on 4K. And the Psycho set, they're breaking it down too. Now
It's 2, 3, and 4.
2, 3, and 4. If you want it, you don't have to get it. We can get it without 1, because I guess the transfer is the exact same, the features are the exact same, and people were bitching about that. Or I don't know exactly how it works, but
yeah, it was the exact same transfer as the Alfred Hitchcock Volume 1. If I would have known that, I would have gotten the down version. So, because since I already have the first one, but I mean that Hellraiser, I mean it interests me. I really wanted that box set, but I didn't really care for the other Hellraisers as much as I liked the original. So that's cool that it's coming out though, at least individually.
I would have liked to seen just 2 and 3, Psycho 2 and 3, get a release, and they could give part 4 back to the Indians.
What I'm curious about is that Arrow UK or is that Arrow USA?
It's Arrow UK. Arrow UK.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. But they're 4K, so fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Cody? Dude who loves
What's up?
movie. What's up, everyone? Happy New Year's. Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button. Thanks, man. Appreciate you stopping by. I know he entered into the contest as well, so I know he loves Sidekicks. Saying, hey. Jeff plus. No plus. There you go. Happy New Year. What we got? Honestly, I'm glad there's a company saving films from disappearing forever. Yeah, hey, and we're all there for that. Me and Brad were talking before, and it's just they know what they're doing, and they do it really well. Just a lot of their releases, like 98% of them, are not for me personally. Yeah. But if you're into those movies, that's awesome. I know a lot of people.
Don't piss in my face and tell me it's raining either. Don't tell me like, oh, we're about to get The Fly, basically is what they said. We're about to get The Fly. And it technically is a Cronenberg movie, and it technically hasn't had a 4K before. Everybody, nobody cared about this release until it had a slip box and it started selling fast. And then now everybody cares because they don't want to miss out. But if it was The Fly 4K, everybody would have shit their pants and bought it immediately. I mean, it would have sold out in seconds.
I got to ask, is Jeff Goldblum in existence?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought that's what they would have said. Oh, it is a Cronenberg movie and Goldblum is in it.
Yeah, so it was like a gore-filled sci-fi masterpiece from legendary director, never been to 4K, blah, blah. Yeah, and I'm like, masterpiece? Come on now. Existence. There are some fans. It does have its charms, don't get me wrong, but it, as Alan would say, it's not a wart on the ass of The Fly.
That's a good way of putting it. I would imagine the limited numbers are not to diminish the value of their stuff.
Yeah.
We got Tiana Loves Movies in here. Hey, everyone. Hey, Tiana. Thanks for stopping by. See you here. Not sure if I've seen you on the live stream before.
Severn doesn't. There's no limit. No limit with Severn. They used to say limited to 3,000. They don't do that anymore because everybody called them out on their bullshit. They would always find more. They'd print more. So now it's no limited, and it does, I think, affect the sales that there isn't an ironclad set number of how many they're going to be available.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. And does Severn do sales? I guess they do, right? So you just can wait.
Every Black Friday they do a sale. Every summer they do a sale.
So you can just wait.
Halfway to Black Friday sale. Any convention you go to, you find Severn table, it's a sale. You can pick up a stack of titles, and if let's say it's $100 worth of titles, you could offer them $50. They might let it go for $60. So they're pretty easy to deal with at the tables, at least.
Jeff's saying also a Mickey horror game coming as well. Of course. Well, if you got the movie, you got to get the video game. I'm sure we're getting a Winnie the Pooh game too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't we?
There's a Bambi horror movie coming out. It's a revenge. Yeah, it's a revenge horror movie.
So
Bambi's mother dies, and
that's what we're gonna do. Once Disney loses the rights to all these old films, we're just gonna turn them into horror movies to make money off them because people know what they are.
Yeah.
No matter how bad they
are. It might just make Disney thaw out.
Could.
Yeah. Exactly. No problem there.
Right now.
What I heard was Bambi meets I Spit on Your Grave.
Really?
Yeah,
That could be
that's
something.
what I heard.
Well, at least it's not killer goats.
Yeah.
So it's a rape revenge movie.
Well, I
with
don't listen.
fear?
I don't know. I don't know if there's actual rape in it, but there's definitely revenge.
Okay, interesting. Saying hey to Corey, a lot of haze. Let's get through these real quick. I think Night Swim is going to be one of those movies we forget about. Yeah, it's possible. It's one of those early January films. I know I've already forgotten a lot of the January, February films from last year. But who knows? Never know. I haven't seen a trailer for it, but I'm definitely going to check it out after this just to see if it interests me at all.
I tell you what, I'm really surprised about all the love that I'm seeing for Rebel Moon. And I thought that was garbage.
Yeah, I've heard everybody loved it.
I don't love it, Brad. So I'll be the one.
I'll be too.
It's beautiful looking. I just thought it was a long slog. It was boring. I mean, they finally put some action at the end, but I couldn't get into it. I'm down to watch it again, but I don't know. The bar was set so high when it's like, oh, it's Snyder's, Star Wars. It's rated R. Like, I don't know. I just was expecting a lot more cool stuff than what I got.
Mean, to me, the creator was a lot better.
Oh, 100 times better.
At the whole Star Wars kind of mythos.
Mm-hmm.
Because you basically create a new race. You basically create a new race in the creator. And the only thing in Rebel Moon that I thought really had it going for it, they got rid of it like within the first 30 minutes was that robot that had like human emotions or whatever, and maybe if that takes gear in Rebel Moon 2, maybe that will make me want to watch Rebel Moon 1 again. But
I would recommend, if you haven't seen either, I would recommend you watch the creator first. I thought the story was better. It looked better. Everything was better about it. But it is part 1 for Rebel Moon, so maybe it gets better. But I just didn't think it was a great start. Like, it could have been so much better, especially with the budget they had. But I know a lot of people like it, so I'm not going to.
What about the what's it called? David Lynch movie they remade. It's a sci-fi movie. Denis Villeneuve made it. Shit.
Dune.
Dune. What about Dune 1? Well, how's that compare?
I mean, I'm not the biggest Dune fan, but I like the remake Dune a lot more than I liked Rebel Moon. But it is kind of slow, but I enjoyed Dune more than Rebel Moon for sure.
There you go.
Joseph saying Halloween ends or Halloween kills. For me, neither. But if I had to guess, I guess kills. It actually has some decent kills in it. I know everyone hates ends. I didn't care for ends. I don't really care for any of the Halloween.
I thought all 3 of them were shit.
Yeah.
And I'm the new guy. I'm the guy that likes the new stuff. I hated all 3 of them. I thought they were all dog shit.
I mean, most of you know I'm not the hugest horror guy, but I mean, I like Halloween, the original, and like Halloween 2.
Yeah.
That's about it.
It's a great one.
But I haven't watched them religiously either, so I've seen them once. Orbit DVD is great, says Corey. I need to start switching over. Orbit.
I think you have to really kind of get the you have to order 3 when you're doing Orbit to get the shipping sweet spot.
You know about that?
No.
So if you put three titles in your cart and you move on to you keep moving through, you put in the promotional tab 3 free, and you'll have free shipping on your order. Plus, there's no sales tax, so you won't pay any California sales tax, and you will get used to the service because if not that day, the next day it will ship, and it will actually be moving, and it will be a big. And they're closer than Diabolic to you. It's not a whole lot closer, but it is closer. So once you start, you put shit on your wish list, put some shit in your cart till you get 3 items, send it out.
So that might be the issue with me is like when I go to Diabolic, it's not like I'm going there to pick up a bunch of stuff. I'm picking up like one specific title that I know I can pre-order. You know, that's either an import like Second Sight or
You can
something.
Orbit has pre-orders also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I most of the time I don't have 3 pre-orders, you know, that are coming out the same date that I'm ready to throw in my cart.
You got to get more. You got to step your game up. You got to get more. You got to get more methodical with it. You know, you got to have a, you know, you're on a schedule. You know, you want the pre-order for this. You want the pre-order. Like, what's Kino got coming out? You know, what's
Kindergarten
so
Cop.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, around the same time. You know, you get three in mind. Plus, you can buy in stock items that'll ship whenever your pre-orders come in to get that free shipping.
Yeah, because they don't, from what I understand, they don't wait to, because I know some places, like if you do the big pre-order, they'll wait till the very last item is released before they ship everything.
Yeah, that's how Orbit does too. As soon as all your items are in, they'll ship it all out to you.
Joseph's saying, have not seen Thanksgiving horror movie yet. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah, I saw it. I liked it.
Yeah. It had some funny moments. Of course, I didn't really care for all the characters, but I did like the kills in it. There's one scene where this guy's just like talking shit on this kid because he doesn't know who Black Sabbath is. I really love that.
Yeah, the whole opening, that was very interesting.
Just like the horror of Black Friday and like what you'd expect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's Eli Roth's hometown, I'm pretty sure.
So makes sense.
Kind of, you know, he knows that town. He knows the people. It's very specific to him.
That was the thing with Eli Roth. You just get his humor right away. It's in all the lines practically. But when they release the 4K, I will get it.
Yes, the 4K. Remember, that's the key to remember here. There's a Blu-ray coming. Wait on it. Wait for the 4K to come out.
You know a Steelbook is coming out. You know a 4K edition is coming out from someone at some point. You might have to wait 8 months, but just saying. I know everyone's gonna be like, oh, why did they release a 4K? It's like, well, we know it's coming. It's just the game we play.
Fool me 10 times.
Yeah.
I mean, we're waiting. I'm waiting. I'm telling you. But then again, to be fair, okay, to that whole argument, there's a movie like X that never got a US 4K, and it was a wildly popular movie. It did get a German 4K overseas, but it never got a US 4K as yet, and it's been years. So
that's strange. I feel like that one, that's like just waiting for a trilogy box.
It's waiting a trilogy box. Yeah. The third one's coming out later this year, Maxine, which I did hear what that's about. It's more of a Giallo style movie. She is now an actress in slasher movies in the 80s. And I believe I heard the killer is real life killer Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. A fictionalized version of.
Okay. I was like, what? They
Yeah, well, it takes place back then, obviously, you know, when that was going on.
Yeah, I've only seen X. I didn't see what all the hype was about. It was all right, but
I loved X. I thought it was one of the best horror movies we've had in the last 20 years.
You think Maxine is better than X?
No, I think Maxine's a big step. Well, I think Maxine will be worse than X, and I thought Pearl was a big step down from X.
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't give me any inspiration to see.
I don't watch horror, but I heard a lot of people like foaming at the mouth about Pearl.
Yeah, but Pearl is like horror movies for people that don't really like horror movies. It's not that horrific. It's more a psychological thing. There's a musical number in it, and it's a beautifully shot movie. It's in Technicolor, so there's it does have its charms. I'm not telling you it's not good. I'm just saying it's not anywhere as good. For me, it wasn't near as good as X.
Joseph, I like Scary Told Me. The Lost Boys is good. I don't know what that first part is, but Lost Boys is great. Classic movie. Evening, everyone. Smash that like button while you're here. What's up, Movie Hunter? Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you here. Hunter. I like the cold weather, but I'm Canadian. Well, yeah, you're in a good spot then. That's for sure.
Right.
I'm not saying hello. Everyone's saying hey. I really hope I entered. I don't think you did, but I mean, I can easily add you. It's not a big deal. Yeah, it's no problem at all. You've been on these live streams of late, and I've seen you in the chat and been talking with you, so I'll definitely throw you on there. It's no problem if you didn't comment. So just subscribe. Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, subscribe to everyone if you haven't already. It's always nice to see people networking. I really hope Terrifier 3 is going to be good. I can't wait. Yeah, everyone is just up and like, that's another thing. I like the Terrifier movies. I don't love them. I don't think they're the best thing ever created, but I know a lot of people just.
I mean, if you had to put together your top 5 horror movies, how long would it take you to put that list together?
Me? Probably not long.
Yeah, well, I mean, see what I mean? You know, it's not really your genre. And on top of that, I didn't like T2 at all. Terrifier 2, I thought was great.
I mean, I could tell you the Terrifier movies probably wouldn't be in my top 5. And if there was one, it would be the first one over the second one.
I liked what they did with the first one. Super low budget. It was just interesting. There was still some mystery to it. Like, we don't know what the hell. We don't need to know everything about Art the Clown. And then by the second one, he's just the Terminator. He's indestructible. You know, there's no stakes. I don't know. I didn't care for it at all. And it was gratuitous. You know, you're sitting there, you're looking, he's sawing somebody up and you're looking at your watch going, okay, how much longer is this? Why is it 2.5 hours?
Yeah. That's always the scene that gets brought up, is that bedroom scene that goes on and on.
Forever.
I mean, it's brutal. Don't get me wrong. And they did a great job with the budget they had, but yeah, that whole movie kind of just takes forever. I mean, I just don't feel like those type of movies need to be 2.5 hours long.
No, I mean, like I said, I like the first one. There's a reason it got so much buzz. They tried really hard, and they had a nice product at the end, and it was just kind of original and weird. You know, weird is the best word for it.
Yeah, you know? I hope Terrifier 3 kind of goes back towards the original, but I would assume the budget's even bigger now, so I doubt that's going to be the case.
The fans are going to want a 3-hour bloodfest.
Which, hey, if that's
not for everybody, whatever.
Exactly.
But their fans will love it. I guarantee you, their fans. You know, when I reference mouth breathers, that's the Terrifier 2 fans. I mean, that's the fans that are just like, give me more blood. They want to be in the audience and have like people throwing blood in the crowd.
They want to have the Gallagher experience.
No,
they want the Gallagher experience. Yeah,
they want the people next to them barfing in their lap. That's what they want.
I was interested in it, and I saw it, and I just really.
So you don't own that?
No,
I don't own Terrifier. No,
I own the first one. I have the first one somewhere, but I don't have the second one. I never will.
There's another title, Vinegar Syndrome Arrow. They can release that first one on
Vinegar
4K.
Syndrome should do the 4K Terrifier. It would sell.
Yes. I'll be sure to do the same. Awesome. Hey, thanks. What are your thoughts on Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Michaels? I thought it was a good movie. Danielle Harris is my favorite actress. That's Jamie Lloyd. She did great. Rest in peace, Dr. Sam Loomis. Rachel's a good character. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you when the last time I saw that movie is, so I can't really speak on it. But I know some people.
It's a strong one. It's a direct sequel to 2. So he's in the hospital all burned up, and he's been comatose for so long. And it's a really good Loomis movie. It's Loomis. It's the last where he has energy, and you know he's in another one later, but he sucks at it. This is the last. Loomis is crazy, waving the gun around, doing shit. Plus, he's like all burned up. You know.
Well, that sounds more up my alley. I always thought
it's fun, man.
Loomis was like one of my favorite characters in any Halloween movie.
Yeah, he's full blown crazy in the fourth one. Like he's become a monster hunter essentially. Like he's just again, it's typical. He's got a cane now. He's, like I said, waving a gun around everywhere he goes. It's a good one. It has a really strong fall feeling to it.
Okay. Nice. It's not Season of the Witch. That's great to hear. No. It's not a sequel to that either.
No,
whatever
it's
that
a direct sequel to 2.
Okay. Joseph Sane hasn't seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know.
Which one?
Yeah, if you're talking about the original, I mean, I hadn't seen it until last year.
Which edition did you get?
Me? You asking?
Yeah.
Oh, I just downloaded it. I don't know. It wasn't like some 4K or anything like that. I just
streamed it
downloaded it.
illegally. I streamed one of the icons in horror illegally. I didn't bother
Yeah.
getting the copy.
Oh, I had never seen it, and I know Sean was doing a watch along for it. I think
Oh,
it was
yeah.
on the anniversary. I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch this to see if I like this because everyone loves it. And I think I told you, Brad. I was like, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that.
Yeah, I can understand it.
Tiana's saying I would love Aliens 2 to 4K. Yeah, I think everyone would.
That'd be great.
Someday. Never seen Aliens. Well, I would recommend it if you like sci-fi. Again, I know not everyone loves Aliens either.
A lot of people don't like Alien, and I love Alien, but it's
love
very
the original.
slow.
I actually saw Aliens before I saw Alien, and I don't think I would have been able to. Like, y'all know I'm not big into horror, so I consider Alien to be more of a horror and Aliens to be more of an action movie.
Action, yeah, it's definitely an action movie. Alien is real, like slow paced sci-fi horror.
Right.
I mean, the first like however many minutes, I don't know how long it is, but the shot of the movie is just dead space on the ship, zooming in on the ship.
Right.
I know people that couldn't get through that with nothing happening. Just I'm done. Brains clicked off on something else.
No, it is a different.
That part does remind me a little bit of like 2001.
Yeah.
I mean, just any space movie. I mean, but yeah, it was like early 80s or whatever it was, mid 80s. So
it really helps the ambiance. Let you know you're alone out here. There's nobody else around.
Yep.
It's quiet. You're by yourself.
Jeff's saying they're doing Hellraiser by itself, which we just talked about. Another stripped down box set. I ordered the new box set from Diabolic. And Jeff, didn't you just do a video that's blowing up on like actually like a whole tour of Orbit, and you're ordering from Diabolic?
Yeah.
They must not have it in yet at Orbit or up for pre-order yet at Orbit.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. That's one thing is Diabolic is always sending me texts, always sending me emails when stuff's coming out like immediately, and maybe that's why I just like. Well, I already have an account. Like, I don't have to do much. You just click on it. They got me. They got me hook, line, sinker.
You're not a big Instagram person, but on Instagram...
It's zero.
I know, but on Instagram, Orbit does like almost like a daily announcement kind of deal on there.
Yeah, he does I think it's a video once or twice a week where he talks about all the stuff that's coming in, when it's coming in, when the pre-orders are going up, how long the pre-orders are going to be up. Listen, I don't have a dog in the fight. I order from Mark only for imports, usually. Most of my stuff gets random eBay sellers I buy it from or wherever I can get the lowest price normally. But imports, there's no better place to go for imports than Orbit DVD. And he actually knows what he's selling too. That's another thing. He's not a physical media guy at all. He'll tell you he only has a few titles to his name. He's a business guy, and he knows what the collectors want. They don't want corners smashed. They don't want slips ripped. They don't, he knows loose discs. You're not going to get that shit from Mark unless it's specified. He does have a section of the site that if you want damaged releases for cheaper prices, you can do that. But he's not going to send that out retail.
Does he buy damaged stuff from?
No, the shit comes. He buys tons of shit overseas. Comes in and comes in beat up.
Hagen, just so you know that Southern Comfort is on YouTube, available to watch for free. I would recommend watching it because I watched it and it was enjoyable, but I didn't understand the point.
That sounds like a Vinegar Syndrome title. I'm just kidding. So he's talking about Southern Comfort, which is one of their new releases. I don't know if it was
I think it's about this month or something.
It was the first. Maybe it was the first day of the year. Heard some good things about the movie. I don't know anything about it, to be honest. I saw it was it about in the swamp?
Yeah. It's in the bayou or in like Cajun country.
Again, this instead of Southern Comfort, this is just me speaking. Like, how about a Vinegar Syndrome Deliverance 4K title instead of Southern Comfort? Like something.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Because that's what this sounds like to me, is like a cheaper B-rate movie of Deliverance. But I don't know anything about this story, so
It probably was. It probably was a ripoff of
Uh,
Deliverance or something.
well, no, it's not. I'll just say the plot is basically military goes on a training mission in the bayou, and they run across some Cajuns that are trying to protect their property and their way of life. And so they it reminds me a little bit of like the French militia, how they go at like attacking the military guys. But to me, there just wasn't any payoff at the end. It just was like,
it was just
what the hell did I stay here for 2 hours for?
It's tough to end a movie. The ending's sometimes the hardest part.
Yeah.
Joseph's saying he's gonna go eat dinner. Have a good night, friends. Hey, good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Hi, Joseph.
Shelter. Hey, yeah, appreciate you hitting. I don't ever say that. Hit the like button, all that stuff. I mean, feel free if you want to. It's not a big deal either way. Miss Caven saying good night. We got Dell on movies. What's up?
Del.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Dell. Nice to see you here. Thanks for stopping by. Saying hi to Dell. Everyone's saying hi to Dell. He's saying hey back.
Reed could really do a movie swap with Dell. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, let me know. I'm down. I don't know how that works exactly. I've seen some of his. I think you guys pick 5 titles or something each, and then you decide.
Oh, well, yeah, you give each other like 10 titles, and then and you can do it through email, I'm sure. And then you each pick one of something that you haven't seen, and then you talk about it.
Okay. Yeah. I knew the aspect of like picking a movie for each one, or for each person, or giving them a list and then talking about it. I guess I just didn't know the beginning, like how many titles you give them, whether it's 5. Because on yours, didn't you do like 2?
Yeah, I did. Well, I did 2, but
that threw me off when yours, because I did watch yours in its entirety, but it was 2 movies, and I think normally just does 1, right?
Yeah,
2 each. But you guys did 2 each. So
yeah.
Anyway. Dell, I'm down. Just hit me up. Emails in the description. Since I don't do Instagram, it's very hard to communicate with me except via email. He's saying Thanksgiving was goofy but fun. Yeah, I agree. Definitely had some goofy moments, but I didn't hate it at all. Jeff saying thanks. For entering you into the race. Yeah, no problem, man. Appreciate it. We got Chris C. What's up, man? Slash the like all. Calm the hell down, Chris. With all those exclamation points.
That's rude. That's just rude.
Good to see you, man. Happy New Year. He's saying I love X and Pearl, but yeah, Pearl barely qualifies as horror. Can't wait for Maxine. Yeah, I know it's got a huge fan base, and that's awesome. I just didn't see what all the hype was for X.
Yeah, but I mean,
maybe I need to watch it again.
You don't even like horror movies. You didn't even like Texas Chainsaw. What are you doing?
So that's the thing. Like when I say I don't like, I'm not a horror guy. It's not that I don't like horror movies. It's that I haven't seen the majority of horror movies, so I can't say like I'm a horror expert or anything because I haven't watched 80% of them. But there's definitely horror movies that I like. I mean, I just pre-ordered that High Tension Second Sight. That's not a first time watch for me. Yeah, and I've heard some people think
it's a cultural experience. High Tension.
Yeah, some people are like, that movie's overrated. I don't know why everyone likes that movie. Like, I don't know. I just got a kick out of it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Well, the thing is, too, you said it. You've missed a lot of these movies. X is really a throwback to a lot of. It has a ton of nods to 70s style exploitation movies, early 80s, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Eaten Alive, Psycho. You know, there's just a ton of. It's a lot. Even though it's new, it's still a nostalgia movie. I mean, really.
You say Eaten Alive. Isn't that another name for Dead Alive?
No. Eaten Alive is a Tobe Hooper movie about a one-legged hotel owner that has a crocodile in his backyard that he feeds people to.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a classic.
It sounds like a classic.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And it's a Tobe Hooper movie that people don't remember is it's the movie he shot right after Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Damn.
It's got Neville Brand and Robert Englund in it.
Nice. Speaking of Robert Englund, I've already told you this, but I have yet to see any Friday the 13th movie. None of them.
Or you mean Nightmare on Elm Street? Robert
Yeah,
Englund,
sorry,
yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street. When it comes to Friday the 13th, I've seen literally the original.
Yeah.
So
You're
that's
really
what I mean when I'm not a horror
missing out
person.
there.
It's not I don't like horror. It's just I haven't seen the majority of titles.
Yeah.
People would be like, "Oh,
If you had
how do
seen
you like
those,
horror if you've never seen these movies?"
yeah, well, if you were, some of those movies I mentioned, and then you saw X, it'd be a different experience. It would be more like, you were like, it's a familiar, even though it's a new movie, it's still familiar.
So the last stream I was on with you and Sean, you guys gave me, I think it was Halloween. It was my other giveaway. You guys gave me a recommendation after the stream. Do you remember what it was?
No.
It was Haunt.
Okay, Haunt. Yeah.
Dude, I love that movie. I can't say I've seen many, haunted house type movies like that or whatever you want to call it. I haven't seen Funhouse, but yeah, I really enjoyed that movie for what it was.
It was a really good concept too. The good characters, good concept, and
it didn't seem like it was very high budget either.
No,
maybe just standard. So anyway,
did you ever see those? The fuck are they called? God damn it! It's similar. It's a similar concept to Haunt. Pennsylvania horror movies about a haunted house, obviously, but I can't remember the fucking name of them. It'll come to me.
Okay. Almost choked on my dinner when I heard I didn't like T2. Oh, Terrifier 2. Phew. Yeah, exactly. That's funny. Nah, man. If you watch, I don't know how long ago it was, we did a top 5 action movies on Pop's channel a while back. I had T2, Terminator 2 as my number 1 action movie. So, yeah, definitely Terrifier 2. It's all right. I won't hate on and say it's a bad movie, but I like the original better. But yeah, Terminator 2 is a masterpiece. One of the best action movies ever made. Mickey Mouse Trap, let's go. Yeah, or Mickey Mouse's Trap. Yeah, everyone was talking about that. Some new Mickey Mouse horror movie. Pretty crazy stuff. Terrifier 2 was cool, but agreed, 2.5 hours was way too long. Yeah, I felt like if they scaled that back to like an hour and 40 minutes, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. But to Brad's point, just kind of kept going and going. But I thought the acting was pretty good. I didn't hate any of the characters, but I still like the whole fact from the original. You didn't really know much about him, whereas in this one, as Brad mentioned, it's just he can't be killed. He's the Terminator.
Yeah, worse than the Terminator. You could shut him off at least. This is ridiculous.
Or melt his microchip.
Yeah, I'm saying, hey, we got a lot of haze. I'm going to go through these quick. Miss Caveman, Halloween was the first horror movie I saw, so I'm partial to the OGs of that series. I'm with Brad. I liked 1, 2, and 4 the best, but enjoyed H2O as well. And that's another one I haven't seen very often, but I remember liking H2O just because there was like a hockey stick in the first opening scene with like that's just one thing that comes to mind. But
that movie I was thinking of is Hell House LLC. Hell House LLC. It's similar to Haunt, and they made 4 of them. I think they're on Shudder.
Damn. All right.
H2O is another alternate sequel to 2. That's what I like about it too, where it's like, you can watch it 1, 2, H2O, and have an actual arc.
Hi, sup. It was my first Diabolic order. I missed out on the first Hellraiser box set. Wasn't missing out again. Diabolic had it up first, and my Orbit video has totally.
Yeah, he lives near. I think he lives near Orbit. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
Away.
Yeah, I know he did a tour video of the actual store, and it is blowing up for sure. That's why I was confused with Diabolic, but then it makes sense that they had it up first. So
there's another company, I'll tell you after the stream, another company very similar to Orbit that just started.
Really? Brand
Yeah.
new?
Yeah.
Is it Brad's basement?
I actually did consider reaching out to Mike from Grindhouse and seeing if I could buy his business and
Really?
try to make him homeless if I could because he's such a piece of shit. But I did consider doing that, but it's just like I don't fucking, like I can only imagine what my customer service would be like. Somebody calling, upset.
Well,
Yeah.
if they,
I got your
especially if they-
address,
especially if they
motherfucker.
complained about your
I know
pack-
where you live.
especially if they
That's all
complained about the packaging, that would be
Yeah,
really,
you're not going to complain about my packaging.
yeah.
It's not
And
going to
make
happen.
sure it's your policy, Brad, that you don't accept PO boxes. Only home addresses.
Well,
Jeff's.
If you don't accept PO boxes, then you can't ship to me because the post office doesn't deliver here.
Yeah, and they don't stick them in PO boxes anymore. They put a little note or a little key in there that says you have a package and you got to go to the front and get it.
Yeah,
Like you have a big PO box.
basically means you need to go stand in line and wait for your package. You're not grabbing it. Jeff saying Orbit's damage is super well priced and damaged, quote unquote, ain't too bad.
It's not bad enough. It's just bad enough that a hardcore collector would complain about it.
Yeah, like Tony would not be buying
Yeah,
from there.
wouldn't accept the damage, and
Zero.
it shows you literal pictures of
Of the
what the damage is. If
Most
it's
of the
something you're
time.
okay with,
Most of the time. Sometimes it has things
it'll say
listed.
slip. It'll
And
say
then-
slips all wrinkled or something. Every single slip got messed up. The price is reduced. Whatever.
Dell saying invite is coming. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate it. Definitely be looking forward to that. Chris saying Happy New Year. I pre-ordered 3 from Diabolic. Chris loves X. Pearl is okay. Maxine looks like a throwback core. Let's hope.
I mean, yeah, Maxine's supposed to be a Giallo, so
So I'm sure Chris would love that
Chris
if
would-
that's what it
Chris would
turns out
be
to be.
creaming
It's
over
just
that one. for
weird.
sure.
It's weird that this is like a trilogy, but yet the middle film is not a horror movie. So, but
Well, the first film, Pearl, is the first film.
oh,
technically.
that's right. Sorry, technically,
Yeah, so Pearl is like a thriller.
the prequel.
Gonna get her.
Psychological thriller. Maxine's like a straight up slasher gore movie. And the third movie will be like a stylized Giallo type movie.
So, is Maxine a sequel to X, or
Maxine's
in
a
between
sequel to
Pearl
X.
and X? Okay,
It's a sequel to X. It's 5 years after X. She doesn't do porn anymore. Now she does slasher movies.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Which is not what we were sold originally. What we were sold originally was she's now at the end of her porn career. She's coked out and crazy. And she's, we get another big, she kills a bunch of people type thing. That's what we were sold. And then it's obviously changed over time. And it's probably because, like, if you look at the writing credits, of Pearl, it's written by Mia Goth.
Oh,
And I feel like she had a big hand in Maxine also to probably change it up.
when they got a release date, I'm guessing for Maxine.
No, not yet. That was it was shooting it right in the middle of the strike. And it all had to shut down.
What was the movie where the chick like screwed the gear shift?
That was let me reach for it a little bit. Let me pretend that I don't know exactly what you're talking about. It's a French movie. Shit. Now I really can't think of it.
I'm just thinking that would have been better for a porn star to work on.
Yeah, it was shit. What is it called? I'll think of it. But yeah,
No worries. If you think of it, let us know. Corey's saying Han is a fun one, and I agree. That was unexpected, great movie that I saw on Halloween. I have the Haunt version that Ronin Flicks released. Okay, that's right. It's a Blu-ray, I'm assuming. Again, another one I would say, like, if they did a 4K of it, I mean, I'd buy it. Anybody, Vinegar Syndrome or Arrow. It's a nice
I thought
movie.
it came out around the same time as X did, Brad.
it starts with a T. I can't think of it.
Hagen's saying would love to see Lionsgate do steelbooks for X, Pearl, and Maxine. Yeah, I
That
don't
would
know,
be
is that
awesome.
Lionsgate the studio for them for
Yeah.
those movies? Oh,
Well,
well then
they're A24. A24 is owned by Lionsgate.
that's right. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I would think those are coming this year. Expect those. I'd be surprised if they didn't come out. Art's
Titane.
like a
The movie's called
tight.
Titane.
You should have known that. Didn't you guys do that on a
We
WTF
did.
stream last?
I knew it when I knew it immediately when I started to talk about it, and I
And then you
thought, wait
wanted
a
to
minute,
reach for it.
let me pretend that I don't know exactly what Caveman's talking about, so I don't seem such a weirdo, you know. But yeah, it's Titane.
Chris saying Art's like a mythical demon. That's a good description.
I haven't seen it, but I just heard the gear shift thing, and
Yeah,
when you start talking about the porn star and the other one, I'm thinking
Pearl. I think you would actually like, Guy. Pearl is not. Like I said, like to classify it a horror movie is pretty strong. It's very much like a thriller, more of a unraveling mind.
yeah.
Movie.
I do enjoy thrillers. I mean, like I know when I say I don't like horror because I like stuff like Identity and or stuff like that. But
It's not so much a mystery. Like I said, it's an unraveling mind, and it's like I said, the Technicolor alone, the way it's shot is, you don't see that anymore. It'd be a great 4K.
It's just that seems odd to me. Like why Pearl? Why is that shot in Technicolor? There's so many other movies I could think that could benefit from Technicolor.
Mia Goth wrote it.
Is it shot anything like Big Fish?
No, it's more like Wizard of Oz. That's what I thought of watching it.
That's the first movie that comes to my mind when someone says Technicolor is Wizard of Oz, because I don't know if it's the first movie in Technicolor, but it's so old it still looks really good in 4K because of the Technicolor. Chris loves Hell House LLC.
That was the movie I was telling you is like Haunt.
Yeah. Joel, what's up, man? Good to see you here. What's up? Just got back from Disneyland in Los Angeles. I'm sorry. Visited the Halloween filming or from the hedge scene in Pasadena. Oh, sick. Yeah. That always throws me off, too, is when you find out movies like Halloween that are supposed to take place in the Midwest or filmed in Pasadena. But that's cool. That's awesome. Hope you had a good time. Disneyland can be, it's pretty much crazy year round. I know a few years back, I went with the family on Christmas Day thinking there was going to be no one there. And, wow. Yeah, we went on Christmas Day thinking there'd be no one there, and it was like the craziest day ever. But, man, glad you made it back safe from the concrete jungle that is Los Angeles.
Kind of like Dexter. Dexter's supposed to be based in
Miami.
Florida. Yeah, in Miami, but it's all shot in California.
Except for the cinematography shots of the city.
Yeah.
Well, and that complex that he lives in, that condo building, that's a real condo building in Florida. But I mean, how many times they just have him walking?
Just had him walk.
The exterior.
Yeah,
just the exterior, because once he goes inside, it's a set.
Yeah, it's a set. Yeah.
No, but if you ever go to LA, there's so many obviously filming spots. I mean, you can go to the Terminator 2 house. It is in Pasadena as well, where John Connor lives. I mean, I don't know how these houses look like today. Now, they've probably been remodeled, so they might not look exactly the same, but so many places.
Obviously, like the Lethal Weapon 1 house.
Yeah.
Was it Lethal Weapon 1 or Lethal Weapon 2? The one where they ripped the house off the side of the mountain.
I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen those.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in years.
I think it was Weapon 2. I think it was Lethal Weapon 2 when they did the...
That's another movie franchise we'll probably get on 4K this year, with the new movie coming out and whatnot.
At least part one.
Yeah, God, at least part one. That cat is chilling on your shoulder, caveman. I guess that was earlier.
Yeah.
Chris saying Titane. Yep. Dell, Titane is wild.
Yeah.
But Wizard of Oz is a great comparison to Pearl. It seems odd saying that, but I've never seen Pearl, so that's cool to hear.
Just to look at it, and she's the period that it takes place in also is about the same. I would say the clothing, the whole thing.
She's got
Like
the
I
whole
said,
Dorothy look.
similar, and there's a musical number, for God's sakes.
Dang, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why you said musical. I immediately thought of the new Joker movie that's coming out, which is supposed to be
That's
a
what I
musical.
was getting ready.
Yeah.
How much of a piece of garbage do you think Joker 2 is going to be?
I don't
No
know.
idea. It could be a masterpiece. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. Pearl is in Technicolor because it's set during the Depression and as a nod to Wizard of Oz. Well, that's awesome. I'm hoping or guessing that Wizard of Oz is one of her favorite movies, or at least
I'm sure it is. Yeah. She's crazy too. I mean, she's fit to be tied in real life, so
And
it all makes sense.
now everyone's bringing up the Mickey Mouse. Like, how long is it before Wizard of Oz doesn't
Oh,
have its
yeah.
and
That's
they do
coming.
a horror version of Wizard of Oz? I'm
That's
surprised
coming.
they have.
100%. That's coming.
And Mia Goth will be Dorothy.
Yeah,
I can't
something
believe
like
it's
that.
only 50 years.
There is kind of a dark version of Wizard of Oz, the sequel, Return to Oz.
Yeah.
Much darker.
I actually read, there's a bunch of Wizard of Oz books, and I've read a lot of them, or at least a long, long time ago, and they do get darker, or are darker than the movie portrayed it as. Chris, Black Cat Satan is mad at you, caveman. Yeah, we heard that. Lethal Weapon 2, they do that. Musical part is in her mind. I love that.
Well, she's on the stage. I mean, she goes and tries out. I don't think that part's in her mind.
Ed Hagen, I love your Pink Floyd profile pic. They're one of my all-time favorite bands. Love that album. Yeah, Pink Floyd. I just loved listening to them in high school. I haven't listened to them in a long time, but Dark Side of the Moon for sure is one of my favorites, or The Wall. We got Cal L. Daly. What's going on, Cal?
What's up, Cal?
Hey, Cal.
Reed, Spicy Reed, Rad Brad, and the Cave Dweller. What up, guys? What's going on, Cal? Good to see you here. Thanks for stopping by. Being able to stop by on your busy schedule of saving everyone. Cal, Miss Caveman, thank you. Yeah, Pink Floyd is awesome. Yeah, it's definitely some pretty chill out music. Slasher Chris saying, hey, everyone's saying hey to Cal.
Not to take this to a dark place, but there was a kid. There was a kid in my high school that committed suicide and did it like Pink Floyd, The Wall. Shaved his eyebrows off and crap.
We were just talking about Wizard of Oz, and now we're talking about Pink Floyd. Has anyone ever watched it with the album? Supposedly they go together. I don't know if it's Dark Side of the Moon that goes with it, but I've always heard.
I think.
Is it? Has anyone seen or watched it while listening to the album? If that's really a thing or not?
Hopefully, if it goes out of the copyright stage, maybe they'll release, a one where they put the soundtrack with the movie.
Just do it as a special feature. Like, if they could, that would be sick. Saying you damn right. I appreciate that. Yeah, no worries, man. All right, so we got 12 people in here. We got through the chat. I don't know. Do you guys have anything to show off? Anything you got? I have two things that I just want to show off real quick. Nothing special.
I got.
If you don't, don't worry about it. But
I got 3 in from Alan.
And you already showed one of them.
Yeah.
So I obviously High Tension got pushed back, but I did get the Mandalorian season 1 and season 2 on Steelbook for Christmas, which is cool. Actually got physical media from a family member that I don't own, and actually that I wanted, but I didn't want to pay for it. So happy to get it.
What's that? $100 for those two?
$100 for both of them.
What?
I'm hoping that those things go on sale.
They so they're really nice steelbooks. They come with lobby cards, all that garbage, but they don't have Blu-rays in them. You don't get no digital code. And I had thought if you have Disney Plus, they do, like, after each season of a show, they have like a whole hour of like behind the scenes footage. I had thought I read that was going to be on these, and that's not the case. It says on the back, never before seen footage, which might be true, but it's literally like 15 minutes worth. So it's all right, but I mean, it's 15 minutes. It's not an hour. So I was disappointed to see that the special features weren't as heavy as I had thought, but they look great on 4K, so I can't complain. And it's one of the few Disney Plus shows that I actually like to watch and rewatch. So
I saw the first episode. I thought it was good. First episode I saw.
Oh yeah. I like season 1 and season 2 are great in my opinion.
And
it goes downhill.
Boba Fett is like season 2.5.
Well, yeah, once you get like halfway through. I mean, the first couple episodes of them just like making him not a badass, and then adding like these colorful rainbow trikes people that I hated. But then halfway it turns into Mandalorian show to kind of keep the show from falling apart, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, those are the only things I picked up recently. I ordered Trading Places and Rosemary's Baby. They both went on sale the other day for $14. So those should be coming in tomorrow. But that's really all I've gotten of the last couple of weeks. Waiting on that High Tension that's not coming. And then whenever Conan comes out, I think it's a couple weeks away.
Conan comes out, I think, on the 19th, something like that.
And then, of course, I got last section here. Kindergarten Cop and The Last Castle are coming out on Kino, I think, on the 19th as well.
Last Castle is a must own, I think.
You still got Kal-El's chat up.
Oh, sorry. Don't want to give him all the praise.
Yeah.
The only thing I got Stand By Me from Grandma Caveman.
Nice. The Steelbook?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I got that one too.
Well, Alan had got some doubles from his Vinegar Syndrome stuff. And
doubles?
I talked to him about buying some of them off of him. And, we agreed and whatever. And then he just sent them to me and wouldn't take any money for them like a total asshole. He said, Merry Christmas. So expect the package coming back your way, you prick. But he sent me Redneck Zombies, which is it's an origin story for Pop's Movie Dungeon, apparently.
Did he figure out whether he paid
They
for
just sent him doubles by mistake.
Yeah.
But I've always heard this is horrible, but
it's an awesome looking slipcover.
Kind of needed it. He also sent me the Mother's Day 4K.
Nice.
Cool release.
That
Sean
was
loves that movie.
Blue Digital's favorite movie, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. He liked it a lot. That and Rabbit Grannies. Those are Chroma titles. And he sent me the Existence 4K, limited edition. I actually like this artwork better with that's a gun they make in the movie out of bones to get through detection, But this movie, like I said, it has its charms. It's not great. I don't think it's worth all this, but standard edition, you'd be just fine with that, in my opinion. But
I think I would prefer Grandma's Boy over the
Rabbit Grannies.
Yeah.
Dude, another title, Vinegar Syndrome, 4K. Give me Grandma's Boy.
That seems like a Scream Factory standard release or a Shouts, something like that.
For sure.
Like they did Little Nicky, they'll do, do Grandma's Boy.
For sure. You have anything, Caveman, or if not, we'll just get to starting the race.
I just have the stand, and it's in the other room.
Yeah, no worries. Let me just get this situated since I need to add
John Doe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put Jeff and make it easy. Jeff/John Doe. So that would give us.
Is Miss Caveman in there? Because I told her to comment, but
yeah, she's on here.
Okay.
So you got 2 horses in the race, so you're already at an advantage.
Yeah.
What we got? We got Sean, Miss Caveman, Rob Romano, Jambo, Mikey's Morgue, Miranda's Movie Madness, Mary Wilson. We have Corey. We got Caveman, Hobbs Horror, YK Review, 4K Tent Revival, Born to be Rad, Dude Who Loves Movies, and Jeff. So, Let's see if I can. Oh, let me just run through these real quick. Return to Odds needs a better release.
Yeah, there's only a Disney Movie Club release of it.
Yep, that's what Corey just said. Interesting. I didn't even realize it was a Disney movie.
Yep.
And
The-
damn, that's a nice set. Jeez.
That's a serious release.
Yeah, that's. I think I saw that in Tony's basement room tour. But then again, I saw. But then again, I saw. I think every movie ever released too.
Yep.
So, and every copy. That was some freaking tour, man. That was awesome.
with all these.
Does it come with all the books too?
No,
Chris saying Andor would be good if Disney releases it. Yeah, I'm sure that one would look good. I only watched a couple episodes of that, but I need to rewatch that.
just
Last
a bunch
Castle,
of stuff
good.
like that. All right, that is
Interesting.
sorry.
I was like, is that a coloring book?
No,
Yeah, Last Castles, that's a Kino 4K coming.
Yep. Never
Yeah.
seen it, but I got it pre-ordered.
oh,
The
that's.
fiend I am.
I want to. Maybe you should do that for your movie swap with Dell.
The Last Castle.
Yeah, that's an excellent movie. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
But today it seems like we got a preliminary announcement for the Departed 4K too.
Yeah, you were mentioning that. I'm curious who puts that out, but I'm guessing, like
It
you
really
said,
could
just
be.
a studio.
It could be a studio. It could be Arrow. It could be Criterion. You know,
Well, where did you
Criterion.
get that information from, though?
about 35 people. About 35 people sent me texts about it, and the artwork looks interesting too. The artwork kind of makes me think it's a Criterion.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You'd be another Criterion. It would probably be a digipack too.
Redneck Zombies is so bad, it's awesome. It's cool.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, I think it's I don't even think it's a trauma. I think it's some independent crap.
So you
Dell, comment in the chat, Dell, if you've seen
It's trauma.
you just
I'm
mentioned
sure.
Criterion, and this year I made the goal to myself that I'm going to watch more Criterion. So I've started. You won't believe this, but I literally started with Spine 1 and Spine 2.
Ooh,
If you know what those
wow.
are.
I do
Yeah.
not know what those are. As 1,300 or 1,400 Criterion.
I think there's 1,600 now.
Okay, yeah.
I watched it last night. I can't even remember what it was called. Grand Illusion was number 1 from 1937,
Dude,
and
you
the second
got
one
it.
was Seven Samurai, which is
Seven
3.5
Samurai.
hours.
Seven Samurai is not a great movie in my opinion, but it's a historical movie. It's a piece of the landscape at least.
Yeah.
No, I know that there's a lot of movies that are based off of that one too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There was no reason for it to be 3.5 hours long.
Yeah.
No reason. It just drags and drags. There's some good stuff in it. I mean, it's super old, so none of the fighting is fantastic. But
I feel
you
like
get the
that's in-
landscape and the idea.
That's
I know that movies with Ryan would be arguing with us right now, but
Yeah, he would for sure. That
Probably.
sentence you just said, where it's like, there's no reason it's 3 hours. There was some good stuff. Some of it's okay, but otherwise, I don't need to own it. It's basically, you described it, almost every Criterion.
Exactly. And that's what I'm getting at. Like, I have 8 Criterions, and I like 7 of them. 7 of them I will rewatch. That 8th one I'll probably never watch again, and that's how I feel like 80 to 70% of them would be for me. It's just I'd watch it and be like, yeah, it was
It's
good.
interesting.
I wouldn't have watched it because it's from some other part of the world, but is it something I'm going to revisit and watch it and care about the special features? To me, no, but I think they're worth at least checking out. At least kind of broadens your horizon, I guess.
One thing that is interesting to me is that you get a better release of like 12 Angry Men from Kino than you can from Criterion.
I don't know. Some people will still say like, "Oh, the Blu-ray Criterion still matches the Kino 4K."
But I mean, maybe as far as quality, but not as far as quantity. I mean, they give you a completely different cut in the Kino.
Yep, and they give you the
and then-
whole. They give you a whole another movie. They give you the remake, which I don't
Right.
think is on the Criterion. But still, they'll say that there's still more special features on the Criterion, which might be the case because Kino is not, usually known
But
for
then,
having
then I bought the game from Criterion
Criterion.
because that's a movie that I struggle with. I mean, I enjoy watching it, but I get lost at the point of it sometimes.
Yeah.
There's no special features on that disc at all.
I brought that up about 50 times, and the Criterion snobs are just like, "Oh, that's an older release, or that's this, or it's still a
Yeah.
piece of shit release. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit. It's a Criterion release, and it still sucks. There's an error release that's better of the game, and
Did
they're
they have
supposed to be an
features?
ultra premium company. They're supposed to be the best, the top
Right.
of the food chain, and some of their releases are just not that good.
And since I'm starting from literally Spine 1 and watched the first 2, I just kind of looked down the list to see what was coming. And like, there's actual movies that I actually like that I'm sure still don't have Blu-rays or 4Ks, like Armageddon, The Rock. Like, these movies I didn't even think were on the Criterion, but
Yeah.
But
there they are.
Armageddon was only released on Criterion disc and on DVD.
Yeah.
But
And
yet
I
it's
guess
still
they,
on their
uh,
list.
Yeah, it's
I
on
know
the list, but they
I
do
know.
that. They do that as to kind of throw off the title that they're a snob ass company, what they are, which is what they are. They just throw one in every once in a while. It's like, see, we're not snobs. Life Aquatic with Bill Murray,
Thelma and Louise, I would say, would be like that too.
Yeah, they have some
And
good releases too. Don't get me wrong.
And the new one that's coming out this month, Blood Simple, like, that's a movie that interests me, actually.
Yeah, that's a really good movie, Blood Simple. They already have a Blu-ray out, but obviously we know that you're going to get, it's not spicy Blu-ray action. But I can tell you right now, I would like to see if they have a relationship with the relationship with the Coens. I think they could do a really nice release of No Country for Old Men on 4K this year. That would be great.
It's not on Criterion, I'm guessing.
No, it's a
It would be
studio
new.
Blu-ray. Yeah, it'd be a new 4K.
Damn. I think there's just a few more here. I have not seen The Last Castle, so that could possibly, or he has to see it, right? That's how it works.
Yeah.
One of us has to have seen it, so that won't work, hey man. Criterion has a big enough catalog; you can pick and choose some good stuff based on your taste. Yeah, definitely not wrong there. They got so many titles.
That's not the point of the Criterion. The Criterion collection is supposed to be your curated collection of movies. If you just buy Criterions, you will have a well-rounded, perfect movie collection. That's the way that they approach it, and that's the way a lot of
They also sell it as that you're going to get all the extra features and all this extra information.
which sometimes you don't.
Yeah, right. I mean, there wasn't even a commentary on the game.
Yeah.
The last Criterion I bought was Raging Bull, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
It felt like a long time ago and I got it when it came out. Like, I didn't wait.
This year I got 2 Criterions. I got The Others and I got Don't Look Now.
I've heard
4K.
The Others looks really, really good on 4K.
Yeah.
Isn't there supposed to be like a second sight release of The Others also?
I don't know. I hadn't heard that.
I just heard that there's another release coming of The Others.
Chris is saying he would recommend Blowout. Love that.
Yeah,
film.
that's John Travolta movie.
Yeah, I've seen it, or I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen a lot of people recommend that, and I do like Brian De Palma.
There's a companion movie that goes along with that. It's a similar premise. I think that Blowout is to do with audio recording and to unravel the mystery. And I think the other one is like something about film, something that's filmed that gets unraveled.
Interesting.
But they're supposed to be kind of companion pieces.
Did not know that. Chris is saying that he has Blood Simple, Coen Brothers movie, and then Jeff, Life Aquatic on DVD is nice. I recently found that one. And he finally made it. There's Holland. What's up, guys? Did I win? No, we were literally waiting for you to show up in the chat, and now we can actually start the race. So thank you. Right on time. One last here. Last Temptation of Christ is a good Criterion release too. That's a Scorsese film, and that's William Dafoe, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But I haven't seen that movie. Just heard things. But yeah, if no one else has anything else to say yet, we will throw up this thing and hope it doesn't just crash down my new fiber internet that's supposedly so good.
Yeah, on your game playing earlier, the
what was that?
Caveman, you froze.
you all froze. We all went to wheels.
Yeah, it's for sure that website. So I see it's gonna do the same thing. It's like as soon as I put it up, we start having issues. Yeah, you were talking about the stream earlier. I was just messing around on the game, the audio. That's why I had restarted it the first couple of times, because I did hear the crackling, and usually when I restart it, it gets better. But the software that I use to stream from my console, I don't know, it just craps out randomly, and if I'm not paying attention, I'll look over and it's like, oh, the stream has ended. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I guess
done.
I'll just stop. Like, not that I was talking or anything. I was just playing. But yeah. Anyway, so I do let's see what I hear. Sorry, baggage claim was a bitch on your Southwest flight. Well, if you were paying attention, it was American Airlines. So you did not get the kudos point for that, Holland. But yeah, the air traffic control was super annoying because they just kept saying to level out at 38,000 feet, and I was like 1 foot too short. So it just
they also kept saying slow down, slow down, slow down.
Oh, they're saying overspeed. It's an overspeed alarm on the Airbus A320. If you're going like 478 knots or something, it turns on. So just another thing I have to shut off because it's so annoying. But yeah, anyway, so I do apologize.
Can you maybe start it and then run it in the background, or will it actually just hit running it?
What do you mean?
I'm wondering if you can run it in the background.
I'm wondering if I can just run it like without us on the screen, and maybe that'll just be better since it doesn't have the 3 cameras. So let's just but I mean, with no one on the screen, then there's like literally no sound. So I will at least be here. It seems to be okay, just me. Let me know, Brad or Caveman, if I am lagging. On my end, I'm not, but we have started the race. Oh, and by the way, I did want to say this. I don't know if it's true, but Sean did say if he won, he would give it up to the runner-up. Since he won the last race. I don't know if that's still in effect, but he did comment that on the video. So we'll see. I know Mikey's Morg also said something similar, so I'll have to keep track of the top 3 places. I'm going to slowly add you guys in just to see.
Looks like it's working good.
Yay, fiber. But
maybe it was just a shock to the system.
Yeah, I know when I started this site up the last time when I was still on the cruddy internet, it really got bad. So I apologize. But it better be better. I'm going to have to upgrade even more. So, but at least I got the infrastructure in place, so it's not a huge deal anymore.
I tell you what, we even got fiber out here at the cave, so that was pretty nice.
Yeah, dude, it was such a process, but you know, They had to trench a whole new line. Of course, they freaking nicked a water pipe in my yard, the day before Thanksgiving. They didn't finish. And so they showed up at my house at like 7 a.m. on Thanksgiving and finished. I mean, it was pretty crazy. But I've never seen a company move so quick. But I mean, the workers doing the trenching were, they were contractors. They weren't with the big company.
Right.
Yo, what's up, Zach? I see you showing up. Hey, best name on YouTube. I don't know about that, but I know you always say that. I appreciate you coming by. Thanks for stopping by. Just doing it. Oh, and by the way, I actually got this whole race idea. This is all Zach. I saw him do a giveaway on his channel for, I think, Digital Codes, but he was doing something very similar on this same site. So all the credit goes to you, Zach, for coming up with this idea. This is a lot better, to me, in my opinion, than just spinning a wheel. Although that gets right to the point. It's just not fun. And this is just a little different. So anyway. I just wanted to shout out Zach. I did steal that from you, so appreciate it. Saying hey to Dell. Damn, Garrett, you trailing. Yeah, Chris, I don't know if you were here last time, but yeah, these are just kind of go back and forth. You'll know when it gets down to like 10 to 20 seconds, look for the last place car. That's usually the car that comes up out of nowhere and wins. That's what Sean did last time, so just mention that. Glad you were able to use it too. Yeah. Hell yeah!
This is would have been a good one to give away Gran Turismo.
Yeah, if I had it as a second copy for sure. Right. Like I mentioned in the video, I was looking for some sort of karate type race, and I couldn't really find anything. Of course, I didn't really look very hard, but this one just kind of made sense. Is that you, Brad, up front, like closest to us? Yeah.
Yeah.
Got his maroon sports car that he drives.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Fancy.
There's John Doe.
Yep. Man. Hey man. Thanks for stopping by. I know she was a part of the last contest as well. So good to see you.
He also was for YouTuber of the month last month.
Yeah, the month before.
The month before. Yeah, I think HorTuber of the month last month was Jamie Hart.
Jamie Hart.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. But yes, congratulations, man, on the horror YouTuber of the month, whenever it was. Saying hi to Marianne, Zach, panel. Hey. Yep, just doing the giveaway. This is for if you're just showing up, this is for the VSU release of Sidekicks on 4K. I have it somewhere here. So whoever wins will be taking this home. I do have my email in the description, so just hit me up on there and I can send it out to you. I know I have a couple of people saying that if they win, they will be giving it to the next runner-up. So I do have to kind of keep track of who takes the top 3 here. Yeah, and I shut off all the music. There's usually music and sound. I could turn it on, but I really don't want to hear it, to be honest with you. It's pretty annoying.
You should just made it an hour long race like this.
Dude, that's I don't know if you know.
The first
Patrick.
one they recommended to do it for 24 hours, didn't they?
Yeah, he's like, dude, you should do a Le Mans. Dude, 24 hours and make people have to check in. I don't know about that. But yeah, no, that was I mean, I always have asked for recommendations, but I don't want the stream to go on forever. But if everyone was down for like an hour or something, like I could have literally just started this, when we started the stream and had it going the whole time if we wanted to. Yeah, he's saying this I was November. Yeah, no problem. I'll take it. Yeah, hit up Sean. He said he'd be giving it up, so maybe hit him up. But I will be shocked if he somehow won this again. I know Brad will be calling the police.
I got Sean's address. I'll just show up. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what somebody will get it. Somebody hopefully somebody that doesn't already have it would be nice.
Yeah, exactly. Do you don't have it, Brad?
I don't have it. No.
I've never seen it.
It's one of those where I don't think you would love it. I mean, especially since you didn't grow up with it. But I mean, it's not a great movie by any means. It's very 90s. It's very cheesy. You know, it's Chuck Norris, but not really.
I can see it being like a kid's something that
Yeah,
a kid would.
it is a kid's movie. I mean,
It's
it's a
like a
rip-off
wimpy-
of Karate Kid with Chuck
Yeah.
Norris and Joe Piscopo.
Yeah.
Wimpy kid, finding the courage, kind of thing, coming of age.
And he's always having these dreams of like coming up through like the swamps with Chuck Norris and like being an action star. Yeah, I mean it's
He's
total
another
kids.
one. He was very good friends with River Phoenix, and they were both big child stars, and they were doing things as teenagers and into their 20s. And they both killed themselves in short order. Really weird.
Oh, the main kid from Sidekicks.
The main kid, yeah, from Sidekicks, Never Ending Story 2. He was in a bunch of stuff.
Oh, it's Jonathan Brandis. Is that his name?
Yeah, killed himself. I think shortly after River Phoenix,
Wow,
and they were best friends too.
crazy.
The River Phoenix was just a drug overdose, right?
Was it a drug overdose? Was it suicide? I thought it was
I
suicide.
thought it was a drug overdose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
But I know
River-
that Jonathan Brandis or whatever killed himself.
yeah. I'm pretty sure. Like every time I hear River Phoenix, it's always talking about an overdose at the Viper Room in Hollywood
Yeah.
on Sunset
Yeah,
It could be.
Boulevard.
that's what.
Either way, he killed himself unintentionally or otherwise.
For sure.
So it's riveting. Coming down to the wire here.
Yep. Like I
God
said,
damn.
dude, 10, 15 seconds before, look who's in last place.
Yeah.
And I bet you they come back and win it. Because that's usually what happens.
Well, I haven't seen me up front once.
It's laughing. Chris saying his brother Matt made the phone call was haunting. Excuse me. Huh. Oh, yeah, for sure. Talking about. You haven't been in first? You should. Every car should have, like, they kind of just take turns.
Oh, but I haven't. I guess I just can't see my name behind all the others.
Yeah, I don't even.
I've
see
seen Miss Caveman come up to the front.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're in first right now. So you have a good chance of not winning.
yeah,
Because we're down to 10 seconds. So where's the last place car?
Wherever
come
this
from?
white car is coming.
yeah.
Yep,
And
that white
something.
car.
Yeah.
No,
Well, there you go.
there it is. Jambo 8580. And then who, I guess, is that Sean in second?
Cinephile. Yep. Sean got second.
And then Hobbs Horror would be third, I believe.
Yep.
Okay.
John Doe will be fourth.
Let me put that down, at least take a picture real quick. Just so I have that. Just in case. Congratulations to Jambo. I'm not 100% familiar with that person, but I know they commented pretty early on. But anyway, I can get this off there. So yeah, thanks for everyone who participated in that. All you had to do was comment to be a part of it. There's going to be a lot more. I still have, 5 or 6 steelbooks and a couple other 4K releases. I know I have a High Plains Drifter Kino release unopened. Kino sent me 2 for some reason of that I'll be giving away at some point. I'm still deciding what it will be. It's not going to be any kind of milestones as far as subs go. It'll probably just be a monthly thing because I need shelf space. They're sitting on my shelf. So anyway, congrats again to Jambo. Reach out to me via email. It's in the description. If they don't reach out within like 7 days, I will then kind of go to the next person unless they don't want it and they want to give it to someone else. Looks like Brad has already
Maybe-
called 911, so I should be
I
expecting
listen.
a
I
Maybe
don't
an idea would be
if I expected better, but that's just
Reed,
happened.
maybe an idea would be to comment on his comment in that video where he made the comment.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
That will alert him.
yeah, because I know a lot of people who participated weren't in this stream, which is fine. It is an earlier stream, and this was literally just kind of brought about 20-30 minutes beforehand. I was thinking I was going to do this on Friday, but it just doesn't look like I'm going to have the time to do that. That might change, but I decided to do it as soon as I could because I know there's a lot of other streams going on. So, yeah, like I said, I'll definitely have other giveaways that if you want to participate, it's pretty simple. All you gotta do is comment. And that's the thing I even said on the other video. You don't even have to watch the video. You literally don't. You don't have to like it. You don't have to sub. All you have to do is comment on it. So it's pretty straightforward and easy. And you don't even have to. I mean, you literally can comment anything. Doesn't even have to be a word. So anyway, try to make that as easy as possible. Was hoping for 20 participants. We got 15. I mean, it's a nice release. It's like a $50-$60 release from VSU. So I hope they enjoy it. Hey, fourth is better than last. Yeah, absolutely. You never know. The people in front of you might not want it. Although I think Hobbs Horror would probably take it if it did go down to him in third. But if the first person doesn't want it and then Sean defers, there could be a chance. But Garrett looked to be fifth. Yeah, I saw him there. High Plains Drifter. I'm interested. Yeah, it's a good Clint Eastwood film. Definitely appreciated that. Great.
Is that one you have with a slip or one you don't have with a slip?
Yeah.
There's a couple of the Western.
There's only I have all of the Western. I know
you have all the slips now, but I know that there was a couple. I thought Westerns that you didn't have the slips.
Yeah, so the slips that I got sent to me from a subscriber was The Good, and the Bad, the Ugly. I was missing that Western. He also sent me Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Silence of the Lambs, and I can't think of the other one. But High Plains Drifter, I've always had a slip, and the copy that I'd be giving away has a slip as well. I don't know if they're out of stock, but something to think about. Yeah, the only slipcover I'm missing now is Spaceballs, which I just one of these days I'll probably just end up buying it for $75.
Well, you can buy a bootleg of it for $15. You'll never be able to tell the difference.
Like Sideshow.
I'll know.
Yeah.
I'll feel tainted. I'll just know, like, hey, it looks like every other slip. And it looks great, but man, I know that's not the real one.
Yeah.
And only I will know that.
Naturally.
Yeah, I know. What's his name?
Side Hustle Cinema.
Yeah, I have it saved on my eBay. It's there, $15, but looks the exact same.
It's the same.
I know. I'm addicted to Kino cardboard. I can't say that about any other release, but when it comes to Kino, it's the only one I care about. Which is The Wire, saying, hey to everyone, High Plains Drifters in my top 10 Westerns ever. Damn, that's some high praise for that. Only seen it once, but I enjoyed it. I don't know if top 10. I don't even know if I could name 10 Westerns right off the bat.
Unforgiven would be in top 10 for me.
Yeah, for sure. But beyond that,
and
another one that needs a
Silverado. I classify Silverado as a Western.
Silverado, El Dorado, Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah.
Yep, that's another good one.
That was Bone Tomahawk, a gift to Miss Caveman.
Yeah.
Nice. You should watch that. You should watch that, Caveman.
I will.
I don't know if you'll like it, but I enjoyed that movie tremendously.
I
enjoyed this one. So
yeah,
that's a great movie.
Prep for enjoying this.
It's not the violence that bothers him; it's the terror that gets him. It's the terror more than the actual gore. Because Cronenberg made that movie just showed up. It's gory as hell.
Well, Brad, Caveman, you guys got anything upcoming you want to shout out or?
The weekend of the 19th, me, Tony, UK Tony, Anthony, and Alan are doing the top 5 live action superhero movies on Alan's channel. Sometime before that, me, UK Tony, Anthony, Steve are doing the another top 5 obscure sci-fi movies. So
Another one.
yeah,
Number
another
2.
and part 2. Yep. So that'll
It
be
gets
fun.
weirder.
They're gonna get weirder. Trust me, they'll get weirder.
Well, you got UK Tony on there, so I can expect some off
Yes.
the wall titles.
Yeah.
that I need to check.
Anthony's a big sci-fi guy too, but Anthony wasn't available that weekend, so
Oh, okay.
but he'll be
Nice.
on the next one, and that'll be coming up soon.
But you didn't have a date for that one.
No,
That's like-
Tony had the Christmas Thanksgiving. Well, they don't do Thanksgiving over there. He had the Christmas holiday, the New Year's holiday. Then he got back from all that, and then took another 7-day trip. So whenever that's over, he'll be back. We'll be doing it.
Nice. Cool.
We're
Caveman?
going to be doing something geeky in our collection. I'm not sure, sometime in the next week or so, I guess.
It's not tomorrow.
No,
Oh, okay.
no. Well, I was hoping it was going to be, but the Christmas season, or this particular season for working at grocery stores and stuff, is pretty hectic. So Chris wasn't available.
Yeah, no worries. That's understandable. Retail's a freaking nightmare around this time of the year.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And I do have a video that I'm working on, trying to do my first video edit. I've got the
Oh shit.
opening part of it done, and I've got a little discussion part already filmed, and then I'm going to be talking about basically like a movie that is being announced to come out. Southern Comfort might be one of them, but that's going to be released soon, and just kind of telling people where they can watch it before they buy it, so people maybe
save
with FOMO or something.
Save a couple of bucks. Watch it on a free or streaming site if you can before dropping $20 or $30 on it. Especially if you're only going to watch it once. Like, there's no point.
I mean, I watched it, and it was, like I said, it was an enjoyable watch. The acting is really good, but like Tyrus Booth is in it, and one of the Carradines is in it.
Nice.
But it just wasn't. Oh, and Fred Ward is in it also.
Oh hell yeah! I can get down with some Fred Ward.
Yeah, but it just, like I said, it just you can watch. There's actually 2 versions on YouTube. There's like a high def version. I didn't see that one until after I watched the lower res version.
Do you have a date? Do you have a planned date for this video, or?
I'm still trying to. I found out that iMovie is free. I did download the one, and I've signed up for the pre-trial thing, but I'm trying to see if I can get the iMovie thing to work because it's free.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's actually compatible with your iPad. All I would say, man, is just don't try to make it perfect, or you'll never release the video. Just do what you can, but like if there's something not quite right, I'd still put it out there just so you got something to show people. But
yeah,
I know
literally the opening part of it was just kind of like explaining where I've been and why I haven't been really on doing my own videos and stuff. And in that video, I actually even say, if you see this video go up by itself, then I failed at it. So, but
word. All right, well, cool. Looking forward to it. Hit me up if you need any help with it, although I'm not proficient in iMovie at all, so I'd probably be no help to you. But I'm just going to run through these just real quick and we'll get out of here. Chris saying Red River is up there too. Never heard of that one, but I'll have to check it out if that's a Western he's referring to. Holland saying hey to Cal if he's still here. Corey saying thanks, guys. That weird sci-fi list sounds fun, says Zach. Yeah, it usually is, especially with UK Tony. Just stuff from left field you've never heard of. It's freaking great.
Yeah, Masters of the 80s. That's his channel.
Master. Yeah, check out Master. If you're not subscribed, definitely do. You might not be able to understand a word he says, but when he shows up the movie, then you can at least get an idea what he's talking about.
There's one like Andromeda movie. That's not the name of it, but there's one that is actually available on YouTube to watch. It. I tried to watch and I didn't get it.
Oh, they're bizarre. Tony's stuff is always really strange.
He's saying Dark Angel better be mentioned, also known as I Come in Peace. I'll work in groceries sometime next week. Yeah, man, whenever you got time, I'll be checking it out. I dug you guys' first episode of that, so hopefully you guys can get some guests on, and whenever you guys do the Chubei anime movie that I can never think of. Ninja Scroll. Yeah, let me know. Man, gotta go. Have a great night. Yep, we're out of here as well. So hope everyone has a good night. Thanks for participating again, for showing up. Hit a like on your way out. And we'll catch you all later. Peace out.
Later.
Later.